इसे हम एसए नोड कहते हैं, साइनोएट्रियल नोड। या किसी को टैकीकार्डिया हो सकता है या ब्रेडिकार्डिया, तब डॉक्टर्स बोलते हैं कि पेसमेकर डालना है। तो दिस पेसमेकर इज नथिंग बट वो एसए नोड का काम करता है। एसए नोड से जब इम्पल्स जनरेट होते हैं, देन एसए नोड से इम्पल्सेस आके एवी नोड पे स्टॉप होता है। तो एवी नोड, so this is in the upper chamber, so this here it is at the lower wall of the right atrium, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे एवी नोड है, एवी नोड से वो बंडल ऑफ हिस में आता है। तो बंडल ऑफ हिस, राइट बंडल ऑफ हिस, लेफ्ट बंडल ऑफ हिस, देन बंडल ऑफ हिस टू परकिंजे फाइबर्स जाता है। तो दिस इज हाउ द कनेक्शन और हाउ द सिग्नल्स आर ट्रांसमिटेड थ्रू द हार्ट। हार्ट का सिग्नलिंग मैकेनिज्म एक ऐसे होता है। तो impulses are generated at sinoatrial node, sinoatrial node से वो AV node, atrioventricular node, atrioventricular node से bundle branches, this is right bundle branch, this is left bundle branch, then bundle branch से it comes to ventricles via Purkinje fibers. So this is how conduction of the heart takes place, and which is necessary, or which the importance of pacemaker here. Okay, so this is one part. Again, ए थर्ड स्लाइड मैंने ऐड किया है, वो आज का क्लासेस है ना, वो क्लास ठीक से समझने के लिए मैंने ऐड किया है। सी हमारा abdomen जो है, हमने जो लंग्स और हार्ट के बारे में पढ़ाई की वो चेस्ट रीजन में आता है, वो चेस्ट रीजन में आएगा, ठीक है। तो abdomen, so till here is the chest region. Yeah, what is the structure? Question to all of you: what is the structure which separates the chest from the abdomen? Structure, that's very good, very good. तो हम अभी जो 9 क्वाड्रेंट्स पढ़ेंगे ना, abdomen में के अंदर 9 पीसेस है या 9 स्क्वायर्स है, तो उनका नाम हम देखेंगे। तो डायफ्राम के नीचे जो जगह आती है उसे हम abdominal क्वाड्रेंट्स के अंदर डिवाइड कर सकते हैं। तो so this structure what we are studying here is below the diaphragm, okay, and up till the level wherein your limbs will start to divide. अब हमारा जो दो lower limbs है उससे पहले उस और या उसके ऊपर तक ये 9 quadrants आता है। तो ये हमारा राइट हैंड साइड को होता है। तो राइट हाइपोकॉन्ड्रियम और एपिगैस्ट्रिक हमारे जो एग्जैक्टली बिलो डायफ्राम का जो सेंटर, डायफ्राम के एग्जैक्टली सेंटर में जो आता है वो एपिगैस्ट्रिक है। एपिगैस्ट्रिक के नीचे अम्बलिकस, सबको पता है अम्बलिकस, तो अम्बलिकल रीजन। नेक्स्ट हाइपोगैस्ट्रियम, ये बीच का हुआ, ये आप कैसे याद रखेंगे? एपिगैस्ट्रिक, अम्बलिकस एंड हाइपोगैस्ट्रिक, ओके, एपिगैस्ट्रिक, अम्बलिकस एंड हाइपोगैस्ट्रिक, ये सेंट्रल पोर्शन। तो कमिंग टू द राइट, राइट हाइपोकॉन्ड्रियम, लेफ्ट हाइपोकॉन्ड्रियम, राइट लंबार। आपने लंबार कहीं पे पढ़ा था ना, कहाँ पे? सर्वाइकल, थोरैसिक, लंबार। हाँ हाँ हाँ, कहाँ पे? किसी ने मुझे बोला था अभी, आई थिंक इट वाज करण, किसी ने बोला था कि सर्वाइकल कहाँ आता है, जल्दी जल्दी याद कीजिए।
नेक रीजन में सर्वाइकल।
वेरी गुड। सो नेक रीजन के बाद हमें वो वर्टिब्रेज होते हैं। सर्वाइकल इज वर्टिब्रे, सो दिस लंबार इज आल्सो वर्टिब्रे। तो जिस जगह पीछे जहां लंबार वर्टिब्रेज होता है उसके करस्पॉन्डेंट आगे या एंटीरियर सरफेस पे हमें राइट लंबार, लेफ्ट लंबार मिलेगा, राइट इलियाक, लेफ्ट इलियाक, ठीक है। तो ये 9 क्वाड्रेंट्स है। हम बॉडी को या abdomen रीजन को हम 9 क्वाड्रेंट्स के अंदर हम डिवाइड करते हैं। तो one is epigastric, जो बीच में, first if we study the center, then next is all right left, okay. तो epigastric region, umbilical region, hypogastric region, हाँ। next right hypochondrium, left hypochondrium, lumbar region आता है तो right lumbar, left lumbar, right iliac, left iliac। तो this is the 9 quadrants of abdomen। तो हम correspondently उसके organs क्या है हम देखेंगे। देखो हमने ये पढ़ा था, तो स्टडिंग दीज 9 क्वाड्रेंट्स हमें पता चलेगा कि हमारे ऑर्गन्स कहाँ कहाँ लोकेटेड है। तो सी ऑलवेज रिमेम्बर, मैं पिछले क्लास में भी मैंने बोला था कि इमेज जो हमें दिखता है स्क्रीन पे वो मिरर इमेज है। तो सी रिमेम्बर, लिवर इज टू योर राइट, लिवर इज टू योर राइट। तो हम लिवर इज टू द राइट हमने बोला है, तो So it is occupying right hypochondrium, epigastric, and lumbar. Right hypochondrium, right lumbar, and epigastric. It is occupying 3 regions. तो हमें EQ चाहिए तो हमें पता चलता है कि लिवर कहाँ है, ठीक है. यहाँ पे थोड़ा इमेज ऊपर गया है, इट विल नॉट रीच अप टू द मेमोरी ग्लैंड्स, थोड़ा नीचे आना चाहिए. ये हमारे समझ के लिए इसने लंबा कर दिया इमेज को, इतना आगे नहीं आता है. इट कम्स बिलो द डायफ्राम, बिलो द चेस्ट रीजन आता है, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, ये जो 3 इमेज दिख रहा है आपको, 3, दैट इज नथिंग बट स्प्लीन. लिवर ये 3 जगह पे आ रहा है, तो दिस इज नथिंग बट स्प्लीन. एक काम कीजिए, तो दिस इज लेफ्ट हाइपोकॉन्ड्रियम. लेफ्ट हाइपोकॉन्ड्रियम में आ रहा है स्प्लीन, ठीक है. सो आपको ये जो बड़ा दिख रहा है, आपको ये जो बड़ा दिख रहा है, सो दिस इज द लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन. ये लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन है, ठीक है. सो लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन इज स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द राइट इलियक, ठीक है. See, you correspondingly you see this large intestine is starting from the right iliac here, okay, and then it is going up to lumbar, then again it is going up to umbilicus, then left lumbar, left iliac, again coming to hypogastric. तो ये कहाँ लोकेटेड है इस ये समझने के लिए हमें abdominal quadrants पता चलना चाहिए, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट यू कैन सी वन स्ट्रक्चर हियर, ये स्टमक है, C-shaped स्ट्रक्चर, ये स्टमक है, एंड ये यहाँ पे कर्व हो रहा है, तो वो डियोडिनम है. डियोडिनम कंटिन्यू होके यहाँ पे पूरा स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन आता है पूरा, देन स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन यहाँ पे एंड होता है, यहाँ से लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन. लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन एंड्स इन sigmoid colon and then through rectum and anus. तो ये पूरा कंप्लीट हुआ डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. We'll study these again. तो I wanted to tell you कि हम अगर ये abdominal quadrants याद रखेंगे तो हमें पता चला कि कौन सी जगह पे क्या है. तो एटलीस्ट यहाँ से अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्या है कि लिवर इज टू द राइट, ओके, एंड स्प्लीन इज टू द लेफ्ट. ये याद रखिए ये स्लाइड से कि लिवर इज टू द राइट एंड स्प्लीन इज टू द लेफ्ट, ठीक है. नाउ कमिंग टू द डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम प्रॉपर. कमिंग टू डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम प्रॉपर. सो डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम कहाँ से एंड होता है, कहाँ से शुरू होके कहाँ से एंड होता है. यू वोंट बिलीव दिस इज द लॉन्गेस्ट सिस्टम. डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम हमारे ओरल कैविटी यानी हमारे माउथ से शुरू होके इट एंड्स अप टू द रेक्टम और द एनस. इट एंड्स अप टू द एनस, ओके. हमारे इनपुट से शुरू होके आउटपुट तक ये डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम है, ओके. सो दिस डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द माउथ टिल द एनस एंड इट हैज एक्सेसरी ऑर्गन्स. एक्सेसरी ऑर्गन्स जैसे कि लिवर हो सकता है, गॉल ब्लैडर हो सकता है, पैनक्रियास. सो अलोंग विद दीज ऑर्गन्स, लिवर, पैनक्रियास, गॉल ब्लैडर, this and the salivary glands, all these together is called as digestive system. कई लोग digestive system को alimentary tract कहते हैं या alimentary canal, okay. So some people also call this as gastrointestinal tract. but अगर हमने gastrointestinal tract देखा है ना, तो gastro is nothing but stomach. See, हमने जो previous definition क्या था, digestive system is the one which starts from mouth and ends till the anus. But अगर हमने gastrointestinal tract देखा ना, तो it starts with the stomach and ends with the intestine. वो उतना short हमारा digestive system नहीं है, okay? तो digestive system is the one which starts with the oral cavity and ends till the rectum and associated with or accessory organs like liver, pancreas and gallbladder along with salivary glands. So ये सब मिला के digestive system होता है. अगर हमने gastrointestinal tract कहा है, तो it is starting from the stomach and ending till the intestine. So intestine is up to the large intestine. That's not correct, okay? But many a times we are using it as synonymous to the digestive system. It is still being used synonymously to digestive system. Okay, ये देखिए, very important. I want all of you to remember. Starts with the mouth, and then see, all you can see here, salivary glands are there. हम जो खाना consume करते हैं, तो salivary glands उसे moisten करके it helps for mastication. हमारा chewing के लिए help करता है. So and here the pharynx part is over. Here the pharynx part is over. Then next coming to esophagus. Esophagus comes in stomach. Esophagus comes in stomach. ओके, स्टमक से ये नीचे आता है, दिस ऑल थिंग इज स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन यहाँ से एंड होता है, यहाँ से फ्रॉम हियर यू हैव असेंडिंग कोलॉन. दिस इज लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन. आपको जो बड़ा दिख रहा है वो लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन है. सो दिस इज लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन, दिस इज लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन. ठीक है, तो इट एंड्स, लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन एंड्स अप टू द एनस. ठीक है, सो एंड एक्सेसरी ऑर्गन्स आपको दिखाई दे रहा है. सो दिस व्हाट यू कैन सी, what you can see here in red color, that is nothing but the liver. मैंने बोला था previous slide कि liver is the one which is located to the right, और यहाँ पे आपको green structure दिख रहा है, तो that green structure is green structure, that is nothing but the gallbladder. ठीक है, किसी को पता होगा कि गॉल ब्लैडर स्टोन हुआ है ऐसे, तो that's nothing but gallbladder. ये गौर से देखिए. It starts with the oral cavity. Oral cavity से शुरू होके यहाँ पे pharynx आया, then going to esophagus. Pharynx आपने कहीं पढ़ा था?
पढ़ा था.
Yes, ma'am. Respiratory system.
Very good. So esophagus, then esophagus continues as stomach. Stomach continues as small intestine. Small intestine continues with the ascending colon. Ascending colon has a bend at the liver side, and again it is running transversely, transverse colon. Again here's a bend at the site of spleen, and again it descends, then it goes down and ends in anus. Okay, so you have oral cavity, pharynx, you have esophagus, you have stomach, you have small intestine, you have large intestine, then rectum and anus. All these together, or all these are collectively digestive system. Coming to accessory organs. Accessory organs are nothing but the liver, gallbladder, the bile duct, etc., along with this thing, salivary glands. So all this together is digestive system. ठीक है, तो कमिंग टू गैस्ट्रोइंटेस्टाइनल ट्रैक्ट, मैंने अभी बोला था कि इट इज आल्सो कॉल्ड एज गैस्ट्रोइंटेस्टाइनल ट्रैक्ट. अगर हमने गैस्ट्रोइंटेस्टाइनल ट्रैक्ट देखा तो इट इज ओनली फ्रॉम द स्टमक. गैस्ट्रो रेफर्स टू स्टमक. गैस्ट्रो रेफर्स टू स्टमक. स्टमक से डियोडेनम. यू कैन सी दिस सी शेप्ड स्ट्रक्चर आपको दिखाई दे रहा है. सी शेप्ड स्ट्रक्चर इज नथिंग बट द डियोडेनम. या गुड. And then you can see all these. This is all nothing but the small intestine, small intestine, small intestine. And then आपको ये प्रोजेक्शन दिखाई दे रहा है. दिस इज योर अपेंडिक्स. जो आप अपेंडिक्स बोल के एडमिट होते हैं या सीवियर पेन हो रहा था, यू आर पोस्टेड फॉर सर्जरी, फ्रेंड का अपेंडिक्स ऑपरेशन हुआ, तो दिस इज दिस पार्ट. अपेंडिक्स इज टू द राइट, लिवर इज टू द राइट. ठीक है, सो अगेन ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, rectum, anus. यहाँ पे sigmoid colon भी आता है. Sigmoid colon, rectum and anus. All these, this what we have studied here, हमने यहाँ पे जो पढ़ा है, this is nothing but the gastrointestinal tract. Gastrointestinal tract. Clear?
Yes.
I will just keep this slide open. All of you just read and try to remember these structures, क्योंकि आगे जाके हम एक एक सिंगल स्ट्रक्चर को पढ़ेंगे, तो आपको you should be able to visualize कि हम कहाँ का स्ट्रक्चर पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं. Okay, I'll just shift the slide. Okay. बहुत से pharynx में जाएगा, pharynx से esophagus में जाएगा, esophagus से intestine, large intestine के बाद rectum and anus. Okay, access organs, liver, pancreas, spleen, liver, pancreas and GV. We'll go to the next slide. Digestive tract is more than 10 meters, 30 feet long from one end to other. It is continuous, small and large intestine ending in the rectum and anus. Okay. Then again, human digestive system. There are 3 glands: parotid, sublingual, and submandibular glands. Okay. Now, what does the digestive system do? It ingestion, digestion, absorption, and elimination. 4 important functions of digestive system, that is ingestion. हम जो भी खाते हैं उसको एक्सेप्ट करता है. देन जो हमने खाना खाया है उसको डाइजेस्ट करता है. डाइजेस्ट करने के बाद उसका अब्जॉर्प्शन होना चाहिए. अब्जॉर्प्शन होने के बाद जो एसेंशियल न्यूट्रिएंट नहीं है उसका एलिमिनेशन होना चाहिए. सो लेट्स सी ये कैसे होते हैं. Ingestion, it involves placing the food into the mouth, chewing the food into smaller pieces, that is called as mastication, moistening of the food with salivary secretions, swallowing the food. Okay, so ingestion में all this has come. Next, digestion. During digestion, food is broken down into small particles by the grinding action of gastrointestinal tract and then degraded by the digestive system into usable nutrients. Okay, so after ingestion हमने जो खाना खाया है that has to be broken down into simpler substances so that it is easy for absorption. Next, once it is broken down into simple substances, there is absorption of nutrients, water, and electrolytes are transported from the GIT to the circulation. ठीक है, ingest किया और the आहार जो था उसको हमने खाया, खाने के बाद उसका डाइजेशन हुआ, डाइजेशन के बाद उसका अब्जॉर्प्शन हुआ. तो अब्जॉर्प्शन होने के बाद उसका एलिमिनेशन होना चाहिए. तो एलिमिनेशन, food substances that have been eaten but cannot be digested and absorbed are excreted from the alimentary canal as fecus by the process of defecation. So ingestion, digestion, absorption, and elimination, 4 works are important works of digestive system. Ingest, we are ingesting the food and then that is digested, broken down into simpler substances for assimilation. Next, third step is absorption of the essential nutrients. Elimination, whatever is not necessary, whatever is not absorbed is eliminated out through the fecus via the rectal route. So coming to the 4 functions, hope all of you are clear. Everybody is clear with the functions of digestive system?
Yes.
Yes. Moving to the
Yes.
next. Okay, coming to the organs of digestive system. Again, I'll zoom the image, you see the parts. It's very important for you to remember. Within the cecum is appendix. Within the cecum is appendix.
Lotus.
Okay, पिछले इमेज में pancreas नहीं था, इसमें pancreas है. Pancreas is one organ in relation to which disease? Common disease.
Diabetes. Diabetes.
Very good. Very good. It is in relation to diabetes. Okay, I'll ask you one question. All of you will be knowing. Okay, think of some disease which affects your mouth. Think of some disease which affects your mouth.
Constipation.
Okay,
Oral cavity.
what?
Indigestion.
Ulceration. Very good. Very good.
Constipation.
Ulceration of oral cavity. Okay, I don't know what you told. Yeah, somebody has messaged ulcer. Ulceration of oral cavity is very common. Very good, all of you who answered. Next, coming to liver. Important disease of liver. आप किसी को बोलते हो ये मत करो आपका liver सड़ जाएगा.
Liver sclerosis. Liver sclerosis.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Somebody said liver cirrhosis. That's correct.
Jaundice
Other than
also.
this, jaundice. Very good. There is Salman Khan song, liver sad jayega re bhai. Which is that? Fast, fast. At least boys will be able to tell.
Drink.
Yeah, drinking. Alcohol consumption will again spoil the liver. Okay. Any disease that is associated with the stomach?
Indigestion.
Very good. Other than indigestion, that's correct.
Ulcer.
Ulcer.
Very good. Ulcer. Yes, very good. Next, coming to gallbladder, I will tell you gallbladder many a times is prone to gallbladder stones. Okay. Another
Yes.
important disease of pancreas, किसी ने बताया कि diabetes mellitus type 2,
Yes.
even type 1, both. Okay. Next, coming to small intestine. Small intestine and large intestine, you will not may not be knowing. There will be intussusception, volvulus, etc. Rectum and anus. Anybody can tell me the diseases of anus?
Piles. Piles.
Very good, very good. Piles. Yes, very good. So
Fissures. Fissures.
fissure, very good. Fissures, piles. Somebody told hemorrhoids. All that is correct.
Hemorrhoids. Yeah.
Piles and hemorrhoids are synonymous to each other. Very good. Yes. So this will make you remember the parts. Okay. So this is remember this part. Cecum is one part which has appendix. This thing is appendix. This is appendix. Your appendicitis is happening there. Okay. And I last time when in the first class I was asking you about asanas which is to be done. So I was telling about ascending, transverse, and descending column. I was telling about this. You do an asana to your right first and then left. So the content will move up, then direction, then horizontally, then downward. So this will help in proper defecation. If you do it the left
Yes.
and right, then you are pushing the contents back. Okay, so that is clear here, I guess. Accessory organs, as I said, 3 pairs of salivary glands, parotid, submandibular, and maxillary glands, and pancreas, liver, and biliary tract. Pancreas, liver, and biliary tract. Okay, so I'll just explain here. So this is liver, this is gallbladder, this is pancreas, and this is the head of duodenum. This is the duodenum. Duodenum is the next part after stomach. After stomach, this is the duodenum is the first part of gastrointestine, first part of small intestine. Duodenum is the first part of small intestine. This is duodenum. 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 First part of small intestine. Okay. So starting with the mouth or oral cavity is lined by mucous membrane containing mucus secreting glands. Okay. Next, tongue. Voluntary muscular structure. It is attached. Okay. Left. Next is all not important. It's voluntary and muscular structure. Functions of tongue. It helps in mastication. It helps in swallowing, production of sweet speech, and production of and a sense of taste. So
Taste.
chewing, it helps in mastication. It helps in deglutition, speech, and taste. Next, coming to teeth, you just read this. We have 32 teeth. Okay, 2, 1, 2, 3 is the dental formula. Incisors, canines, premolars, molars. ICPM. You can write this down. Okay, it's here. ICPM 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 incisors, 2 canines, 2 premolars, and 3 molars. Okay, 2, 1, 2, 3. Coming to salivary glands. After reading about mouth and tongue, etc., salivary glands. There are 3 salivary glands which secrete saliva. They are beneficial for mastication. See, whatever food we eat, we may sometimes eat dry food. So that dry food is lubricated with the help of saliva. And once it is lubricated or mixed with saliva, it is easy for us to digest, or it is easy for us to swallow. It is easy for us to swallow. Salivary gland releases their secretions into ducts that lead into the mouth. Okay, so these are parotid, the submandibular, and sublingual glands. 3 types of glands: parotid, submandibular, and sublingual glands. Composition of saliva. In about 1.5 liters of saliva is produced daily, and it consists of water, mineral salts, salivary amylase, important enzyme, mucus, lysosome, immunoglobulins, blood clotting factors. Then just remember salivary amylase, water and salts. Okay, as children you would have studied polysaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides. Okay, if it has one glucose sugar, it is monosaccharide. If it has two glucose, then it is disaccharide. If it is more than two, then it becomes polysaccharide. So this saliva, the saliva which is present in the oral cavity, it breaks down polysaccharides into disaccharides. It breaks down the polysaccharides into disaccharides. The salivary pH is between 5.8 to 7.4. Important function of saliva, again, lubrication of food. Dry food entering the mouth is moistened and lubricated by saliva before it can be made into a bolus ready for swallowing. So one is it is breaking down the polysaccharides into simpler forms. The other one is it is doing lubrication. Next, cleaning and lubricating. With the help of saliva, we are able to maintain the oral hygiene. Next, we are able to perceive the taste through the receptors which are present in the tongue. Coming to pharynx, before I say, you tell me what are the different parts of pharynx? We studied it in respiratory system. Your friend rightly told.
Nasal cavity.
Nasopharynx.
Stomach.
Pharynx is much before stomach.
Yeah, right.
Oral cavity, then comes pharynx, then comes esophagus,
Pharynx.
then comes stomach.
Yeah.
We studied pharynx has three parts. No problem. Oro,
Yes.
laryngo, yes. Nasopharynx, oropharynx, and laryngopharynx. Good. Saisha is right. Nasopharynx, oropharynx, and this hypo is laryngopharynx. See, this pharynx is a structure which allows air and also food. So food will come up to oropharynx, and then from oropharynx continues esophagus. See, assuming from here food comes, it comes till here. Then it continues as esophagus. Then food goes into esophagus. Esophagus is a part of GI. Next, coming to esophagus. Esophagus is 25 centimeter long and 2 centimeter wide. It's a structure which is in between the pharynx and the stomach. It's a structure which is in between the pharynx and the stomach. See this whole structure. This whole structure is the esophagus, starting from the pharynx to the stomach. Okay. So if the structure is here, what is located above it?
Larynx, trachea, bronchis.
Yeah,
Lungs?
trachea and the heart. Yes.
Heart.
Okay. Larynx is above it. Coming to important thing. Okay. So people will come to you saying my stomach is more. It is not their stomach, it is their abdomen is more. They'll tell that I have put on weight, my stomach has increased. It is not the stomach which is increased, it is the abdomen. What you studied in the few slides, the third slide, abdominal quadrants. It is there that there is fat deposition, not in the stomach. If the stomach increases, then quantity of intake also will increase. Okay, no? So stomach is a J-shaped dilated portion of the alimentary tract situated in the epigastric, umbilical, and left hypochondriac regions of the abdominal cavity. No doubt if you cannot remember. So this stomach comes to the left hand side. Right side liver is big. It's the biggest organ. Right side is occupied by the liver. Left side is the spleen and stomach. Okay. So here what you can see, this here, if there was a structure, then that would have been esophagus. Okay, so esophagus further continues as stomach, which is a J-shaped structure. It has two curvatures, lesser. It has two curvatures, lesser curvature,
Cardia.
lesser curvature, lesser curvature, and greater curvature. Lesser curvature, greater curvature. Two borders you can think of, lesser curvature and greater curvature. Okay, so this is the cardiac end. And this is the pyloric end, cardiac and pyloric end, because this is towards the cardia. So again, stomach is divided into three structures: fundus, body, and antrum. So this is the fundus, this is the body, and this is the antrum. Fundus, body, and antrum. Stomach is divided into three parts: fundus, body, and antrum. Important functions of the stomach. Okay. Whenever you go to hospital, whenever assuming any of your friends have consumed some medicines, overdose of medicines, okay, if they are trying for an attempt to suicide, we ask when did the person consume. We ask the patient when did the person consume so and so tablets. Okay, why? Because the food what or the substance what they have taken stays in the stomach for at least for a period of 3 hours. For a period of 3 hours. After 3 hours, it is pushed to the next part. If any of you are following the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse, etc., recently we faced solar eclipse, right? So when there is something called as grahana sparsha kala and grahana moksha kala. So what happens during that is the place, that's the duration when the eclipse is going to effect. So before, what they tell, assuming grahana is at morning 8 a.m., they tell us to avoid food from morning 6 a.m. or morning 5 a.m. Why is it? Okay, I'll give you one more instance. Whenever we are doing surgeries, but surgeries, the fasting period is more because we want the whole GI tract to be clean. Okay, just coming to this eclipse, why is that? We ask the patient, we ask the person to eat food 2 hours, 3 hours prior the actual start of eclipse. Saisha says it becomes poison. Yes, I accept. Anything else you want to say? No, because the food is going to remain in the stomach. So they do, because if you wait for 2 hours or 3 hours, assuming you've eaten some two dosas, after eating two dosas, it will remain in your stomach for 3 hours. It will remain in your stomach for 3 hours. See, whenever you might have noticed some people after eating a nice food, if they come out and smell something noxious, they tend to vomit. Why they tend to vomit? Because the stomach is still in the upper GI. It is still in the stomach. The food is still in the stomach, so they tend to vomit. It is easier for them to vomit and expel out things. It's easier to vomit and expel. See, assuming if you have visited Lord Venkateshwara's Tirupati, how many of you have visited Tirupati temple?
Yes.
Though it's outside the purview of the lecture here. Yes, if you have visited Tirupati, like going up from Tirupati to Tirumala, there's too much of ghat section. If anybody has traveling sickness, we tell them not to eat food for 2 to 3 hours. Why is that we tell? Or even the auto drivers or the jeep drivers there, they tell, because it is there in, if you just consume and you start traveling, you tend to vomit because the food is in the upper GI, it's in the stomach, or rather it is still in the stomach. You tend to shake, churn, it falls out. Okay, so I gave all these examples so just for you to remember that whatever food you consume stays in the stomach for 3 hours. Temporary storage, allowing time for the digestive enzymes pepsin to act. Enzyme digestion, pepsin converts protein to peptides. The smooth muscle layer enables the stomach to churn. I told you, churns. So the stomach is lined with certain smooth muscles. What they do, they will give a churning effect. They will give a blending effect. It acts as a mixer. So with the help of that blending mixer along with the gastric juices, it becomes a chyme. Chyme is nothing but, see, whatever food we eat, assuming we have eaten some 2 chapatis and 1 sabji. Assuming we've eaten 2 chapatis and 1 sabji, that chapati and sabji is solid. That has to become semi-liquid. How it becomes semi-liquid? It is because of these gastric juices that it becomes semi-liquid. And once it is semi-liquid, it is ready to be propagated or propelled to the next structure. Next structure, that is duodenum. Are you following what I'm telling?
Yes.
Okay, so there is limited absorption of water, alcohol, and some lipid soluble drugs. Limited absorption. Okay, non-specific defense against microbes provided by hydrochloric acid into gastric juice. So if there are any microbes, then that is killed because of the what you call, because of the effect of hydrochloric acid.
Acid.
Okay, production and secretion of intrinsic factor needed for absorption of vitamin B12 in the terminal ileum. So in a terminal ileum, vitamin B12 is absorbed, but the necessity condition here is provided by the stomach, and then it propels the food from the stomach to the duodenum. Duodenum is nothing but the next structure. Stomach continues as duodenum. See, when I say stomach continues as duodenum, something has continued as stomach. What is that?
Small intestine.
No. See, stomach continues as duodenum. Duodenum is the part of small intestine.
Okay.
Duodenum is the part of small intestine. What continued as stomach? See, something starts and ends as stomach, and stomach ends as something else. I'll show you this image. Now you see the image and tell me.
Esophagus.
Very good. Yeah, it's esophagus. For the others, yes, I'll just show the image.
Esophagus.
Esophagus continues as stomach, stomach ends as duodenum. Okay, now next going to the small intestine. In small intestine, we have 3 structures: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. So remember, small intestine is having 3 structures: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. How many pairs of salivary glands are there?
3.
3 pairs of salivary glands. So here small intestine is made up of 3 parts: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Now question arose. You just see this image. Just see this image and tell me why small intestine is called as small intestine, large intestine is called as large intestine. It is about your how good you're observing things. Okay. So what you can see here is this is stomach. Okay, so this is duodenum. C-shaped structure is duodenum. Then this is jejunum. Then jejunum continues as ileum. Ileum starts here in the cecum. So this whole thing is the transverse. So this is ascending colon, then transverse colon, then descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum, and anus. Okay. So what I have marked in blue is the large intestine. Marked in green is the small intestine. Tell me just by visualizing why small intestine called as small intestine, large intestine called as large intestine. Just with the image, you should be able to tell.
In size, small intestine is small.
Small
Size.
intestine is small. Is it in length or width?
Length is
Large
length
intestine
it's
is
bigger.
diameter.
Yeah, somebody is telling large intestine.
It's 10 meter.
Large intestine is 10 meter. No, I want you to tell me why is it called so? See the image, see the image. Somebody initially, the first answer gave a right hint. Fast, you have to see the image and guess. That's the power of observation.
Because the size is small, in like what to say. The large intestine is little broader, and this is more like narrow.
Very good. Who is this?
Bharti.
Bharati. Very good, Bharati. So all of you appreciate Bharati for her observation skills. Nobody's appreciating you, Bharati.
It's okay.
Nivedita
Thank
Sahu
you so
applauded.
much. Thank
Daksha
you.
also applauded. Okay, yeah, that's good. So yes, what you can see, the brown color marked in green is the small intestine. The diameter is small. Diameter is small. It is half of large intestine's diameter. Okay. If you see the length, duodenum, jejunum, ileum, they are thrown into folds, but they are longer. Okay. Comparatively, large intestine is small in length. Large intestine is small in length. It is broad in width. Okay. So Bharati has observed right. Next. So I told you small intestine is made up of three structures: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Okay. Okay. The duodenum is the first section of intestine that connects to the pyloric sphincter of the stomach. It is the shortest region of small intestine, measuring only about 10 inches in length. Okay. So you just remember stomach continues as duodenum, and it is smallest among the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Okay. Next, duodenum हमने देखा है, तो next duodenum continues as jejunum. Jejunum is the middle section of the small intestine that serves as the primary site of nutrient absorption. So jejunum is the primary site of nutrient absorption. Jejunum is the primary site of nutrient absorption. Next, moving on to ileum. See, ileum is the final section of the small intestine that empties into large intestine via the ileocecal sphincter. So jejunum, see the spelling of jejunum, Jejunum, ileum, Ileum. So small intestine is made up of duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. So stomach continues as duodenum, ileum continues as what? Ileum continues as large intestine. Ileum continues as large intestine. Is this clear?
Yes.
You want me to tell, or you can just write down. Small intestine has three parts: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. It has to be in this series. Remember a digital jockey. Duodenum के बाद jejunum आता है, ठीक है? Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Three parts of small intestine. Is this clear? All of you write. Type it and send it to me. Parts of small intestine: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Okay, I got from Bharati Muralidhar. Anybody else? Daksha, Saisha. Saraswati Nair.
Yes. Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum.
Oh, cool. So these are the these are the parts of small intestine. See, small intestine is long, highly convoluted. Convoluted is thrown into folds. It is highly convoluted. So you can see this thrown into folds. It has many folds. It has many folds. Small intestine is long, highly convoluted tube in the GI and absorbs about 90% of nutrients that food that we eat. So 90% of the absorption is happening in the small intestine. So remember, the storage is happening in which organ? Storage is happening in which organ?
Liver.
No. I told you it stays in stomach for 3 hours and hence we do before grahana.
Stomach.
We are not supposed
Stomach. Ma'am, stomach.
Stomach.
Okay, sorry, good, good. So abdomen is divided into how many parts?
9.
Okay, good. Okay, so here it is given the name small intestine because it's only 1 inch in diameter, making it less than half the diameter of the large intestine. Small intestine is twice the length of the large intestine and usually remembers about 10 feet in length. Okay, so small intestine is usually bigger compared to large intestine, but small intestine is smaller. It's called as smaller because the diameter of the large intestine is bigger. Diameter of the small intestine is smaller and hence small intestine. Go through this layers of small intestine. Next, important functions of small intestine. So onward movement of its contents, peristalsis, which is increased by parasympathetic stimulation. The other day we studied about sympathetic, parasympathetic. I think when we studied about respiratory system, fight or flight or eat and digest, rest and digest. Remember I said if somebody pinches you, you will pinch back or you will try to remove your hand or escape yourself. Somebody slaps you, you will tend to slap them back or you will try to go away from the situation. So here it is the parasympathetic. Before that, peristalsis. Peristalsis is the alternate contractions and relaxations. Alternate contractions and relaxations. So this is happening. By this there is propulsion. There is movement of the contents. And there is absorption of nutrients. Completion of chemical digestion of carbohydrate, protein and fat in the electrolytes of the villi. So whatever carbohydrates, proteins, fat, etc. had to be digested, they are being absorbed here. Uska absorption यहाँ पे हो रहा है. See, if you have heard about diseases like IBS, have you come across this IBS? Irritable bowel syndrome, जो खाते ही immediate वो motion के लिए जाता है. Nobody has heard, I think. Okay. Okay. Fine. A simple question to all of you. Stomach, important function of stomach.
Digestion.
Storage of the nutrients.
Storage of the food that's been consumed. Next, what is the important function of the small intestine?
Absorption. 90%
Very good,
absorption. 90%.
Yeah, very good, very good, very good. It is the absorption. So small stomach is over, small intestine is over. Moving on to large intestine. What were the parts of small intestine?
Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum.
Very good. What's your name?
Saraswati Nair.
Okay, good. So Saraswati Nair has answered. Now, so if you're pokka with that, all of you, if you're sure with parts of small intestine, moving on to parts of large intestine. I am stressing on these because large intestine has many parts. So small intestine starts here and it begins as cecum. तो cecum से शुरू होता है, it goes up, ascending. Ascending is always going up, so ascending. Next, transverse colon, transverse जा रहा है. Next, descending colon, नीचे आ रहा है. नीचे आने के बाद sigmoid colon में end हो रहा है. तो sigmoid colon is ending as anus or rectum and anus. Rectum अंदर का जगह है and anus is the outer part. ठीक है. So remember these structures: appendix, cecum, ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid
Sigmoid.
colon, and rectum.
Correct.
And next ending as anus. All of you remember these structures? Remember these structures? I will zoom it so you can see. Okay. See these names. Ascending, descending, आपको पता चल जाएगा.
Sigmoid. See.
Okay, shall I move? You don't have to worry much. It is cecum. Cecum के बाद colon आ रहा है तो ऊपर जा रहा है तो ascending, side में जा रहा है तो transverse, नीचे आ रहा है तो descending. Okay, ascending, transverse, descending.
Descending.
Okay, descending के बाद it is again ending in some big pouch-like structure. Sigmoid colon. Colon तो एक constant है. Sigmoid colon. Sigmoid colon से shift होके वो rectum आ रहा है. Rectum से anus. ठीक है? Or cecum is the place which lodges appendix. Cecum is the place which lodges appendix. Clear? Okay, one more thing I would like to tell. So this is the hepatic flexure. This is the splenic flexure. Flexure is nothing but a fold or a bend. So here comes our organ. Which organ? This is the right of the body. Which organ comes here? Which organ comes here? Right side of the body is
Liver.
one organ.
Liver.
Very good.
Liver.
Left side is the spleen. So it goes towards the liver. It's called as hepatic flexure. हम जैसे कार्डिया हार्ट को बोलते हैं वैसे हम लिवर को बोलते हैं hepatic. So this is the hepatic flexure. This is the hepatic flexure. This is the splenic flexure. तो वहां पे बेंड हो रहा है तो any bend is called as a flexion. आप ऐसे हाथ करते हो तो extension, बेंड कर रहे हो तो flexion. So there वहां पे सीधा था, सीधा जा रहा था, बेंड हुआ तो flexion. कौन सा flexion? लिवर के पास फ्लेक्शन हो रहा है तो इट इज हिपैटिक फ्लेक्शन. आगे जाता है तो स्प्लीन के पास फिर से बेंड हो रहा है तो स्प्लिनिक फ्लेक्शन. ठीक है? क्लियर?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, only Saraswati Nayan told yes. See this.
Ma'am, Daksha, actually.
Okay,
Yes.
Daksha told. Fine, fine. Okay, so this completes our GI tract, okay, gastrointestinal tract or the alimentary canal. Along with this, we have accessory organs. ठीक है? We are starting with mouth and ending with the anus. Okay, now I have a question. Oral cavity continues as
Pharynx.
Next, after pharynx, pharynx
Esophagus.
continues as esophagus. Good. Esophagus continues as
Stomach.
stomach continues as
Small
Duodenum.
intestine.
Duodenum.
under small intestine, 3 parts.
Duodenum,
Jejunum.
jejunum, and ileum.
Okay. Next, ileum
Duodenum,
continues
jejunum.
as
Large
duodenum,
intestine.
jejunum, and
Duodenum.
ileum.
Yes.
Huh.
Ileum continues as
Large intestine.
under large intestine. Which are the parts? All these are the parts what you
Parts.
study in large intestine. Okay. Okay. So large intestine, what all parts you have seen, all that. It's basically having cecum, ascending transverse, descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum, and anus. Okay. Large intestine is wider and shorter than small intestine. 5 feet it begins in the right iliac region of the pelvis, just as below the waist. No problem on this.
Oh.
It ends in anus. Cecum. Okay, cecum is the first part of the colon and is dilated portion which has a blind lower end and is continuous above with the ascending colon. So cecum continues above with the ascending colon. See, all this, if it continues, it is ascending colon. Just below the junction of the two, the ileocecal valve opens. We don't need the other two. Okay. Now this is one thing important. Vermiform appendix. Vermiform appendix. Do we all have appendix or only people who have appendix pain have appendix?
Everybody
All
have.
have.
Everybody has appendix. Are we using it?
And no.
We are not
But the
using it. It is because
waste material stock there, no? Waste materials stock there.
yeah,
I
no,
think
no,
so. Yeah.
no,
No.
no. It's not stored there. Appendix is one small projection. Appendix is one small projection. It is one. Just you can see the projection. It is just a projection.
Yes.
Initially we were using it. Now we are not using it. So it has become a remnant. Okay. So appendix is in the cecum. Next, coming to cecum continues as ascending colon. Ascending colon passes upwards from the cecum to the level of liver, where it bends acutely to the left of the right colic flexure to become the transverse colon. So I told you about these flexures. The ascending colon flexes at the level of liver and takes a transverse colon at the level of spleen. Again it bends and then comes down to sigmoid colon. From sigmoid colon it goes to rectum and anus. So clear?
Yes.
Next, again descending colon. So it's 25 centimeter in length and passes down the left side of the abdomen to the inlet of the lesser pelvis, where it becomes the sigmoid colon. Next, sigmoid colon is a shaped curve, the pelvis, and it continues downwards to become the rectum. Next, coming to rectum. Rectum is the continuation of sigmoid colon. So rectum is the place through which the defecation happens. Rectum is the place through which the defecation happens. Passage of stool happens. Next, coming to rectum continues as anal canal. Rectum continues as anal canal. Functions of large intestine: absorption, secretion, digestion, and excretion. Absorption, secretion, digestion, and excretion. In the colon, water, minerals, salts, and some drugs are absorbed in the blood capillaries. See what happened? Stomach stored certain things, then small intestine crushed it and made it into absorbable form, took out all the nutrients. Next, coming to large intestine, what it does, it takes away, it didn't take the food, it takes away the water, minerals and salts. Okay, next, coming to secretion. Colon has only one secretion, that is mucin, which lubricates the feces. See, sometimes people have a condition wherein the feces are hard. The motion what you pass is very hard. That means there is less of mucin, which is a part of large intestine. Okay. Digestion. Many bacteria which help in digestion are present in large intestine, and it also does the function of excretion. So this completes the tract from the oral cavity till the anus. Oral cavity till the anus. Okay. So all of you take 2 minutes and write all the parts from oral cavity till anus.
मैम बोल दी.
Yes, please. What's your name? Then when I
Daksha.
compliment again, it should be Daksha, yeah, please.
Oral cavities, then pharynx, esophagus, stomach, फिर small intestine, उसके अंदर duodenum, jejunum and ileum, उसके बाद large intestine, और उसके अंदर cecum, ascending column, then transverse column, then descending column, and last
That's okay. Sigmoid colon, rectum and anus.
colon and rectum and anus. Yes.
Very good. Anybody wants to compete with Daksha? We'll give them some time. No messages yet. If anybody wants to unmute and tell, you can tell. Shall I go to the next slide or somebody's answering?
I'm saying mouth,
Okay, please.
mouth, salivary glands,
Very good, very good.
tongue, epiglottis, esophagus, then right liver, then stomach,
Right liver, left stomach. Okay.
and gallbladder,
Very good.
duodenum, pancreas, ileum.
Okay, pancreas was not necessary. Still, ileum.
Okay, ileums, and then comes the small intestine is inside the large intestine. And
Duodenum, jejunum, ileum, small intestine.
small
Ileum
intestine.
continues as ascending colon.
And then, yeah, ascending and descending, and then comes the colon, and in the end is rectum, And in the right side, we have cecum and appendix.
Okay, okay, good. See, other thing I forgot to tell, whenever people tell they have appendix pain, it is always to the right because appendix is in the right part of the body. So pain should be in the right side. Any of you or any of your neighbors, relatives get a pain in the right side and it's unbearable. It is pain due to appendicitis. Remember this. And you as a anatomy yoga student, you should know. Okay. Yes. If anybody wants to give a try, I'll wait or we'll continue. If you want to give a try, type Y. If no, type N. Okay, I move on to the next slide. Pancreas. See, pancreas, you might have come across pan. Pan actually in medical term means all. Okay, so pancreas is one particular gland wherein all the cells of the gland are functional. Okay, pancreas is a pale gray gland, weighs about 60 gram. It's about 12 to 15 centimeters long and is situated in the epigastric hypochondric regions. Just go through these regions. Okay, it consists of a broad head, a body, and a narrow tail. I'll just go to the next slide. So here you will not understand as the head, body, tail. It's in a medicine. That's okay. So just remember all the cells of the pancreas are functional. Okay, it acts as both endocrine gland and exocrine gland. अब जब hormones या endocrine glands के बारे में पढ़ेंगे तो pancreas also you'll be studying. It acts as both the endocrine gland and exocrine gland. So do one thing, all of you just go through this epigastric hypochondric. So that will help you in getting or you're doing yogasana. So you'll come to know which asanas so that you can put pressure on that particular area in case of diabetes mellitus. Okay. So now important here is you need to know, I said all the cells which are present in the pancreas are functional. So it may be exocrine and endocrine. Okay. So endocrine glands, you will study about glands in detail. So endocrine glands वो है जिसके अंदर duct नहीं रहता है. Directly endocrine glands, they don't have duct, they don't have a passage. Directly it goes into the blood. Exocrine glands, they have a duct. ठीक है. तो अभी इसका दो functions है, exocrine function and endocrine function. ये क्या करते हैं देखें. तो function, production of pancreatic juice containing enzymes that digest carbohydrates, proteins and fats. तो हम जो भी carbohydrates, proteins और fats खाते हैं, then the pancreas is playing a role. Okay. Next, coming to endocrine. So it secretes hormones like insulin and glucagon, which are principally concerned with the regulation of blood glucose levels. How many of you have seen insulin syringe or people who are taking insulin?
I have a friend and three of our in my family.
Okay, so they're taking insulin. Why? Because the endocrine part of pancreas is not functioning well and hence they are taking insulin. Okay. So remember, pancreas is an organ which has cells where all cells are present. That's why it's called as pan. Pan is all. Okay. So we are doing a pan understanding session wherein each student, each participant is supposed to understand. Okay. So that's pancreas, and it has exocrine and endocrine. Exocrine, pancreatic juice and enzymes are there which help in digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Endocrine, it helps in the regulation or the release of insulin and glucagon. Insulin and glucagon. Glucagon याद रहेगा तो ठीक है, नहीं तो insulin which is necessary, that is from the endocrine gland of pancreas. Is this clear? और एक बार बोलूं?
Yes, please.
एक्सोक्राइन ग्लैंड रहता है, एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड रहता है. एक्सोक्राइन ग्लैंड से पैंक्रियाटिक जूस निकलता है. वो पैंक्रियाटिक जूस हम क्या करते हैं, उस पैंक्रियाटिक जूस से हम कार्बोहाइड्रेट, प्रोटीन्स एंड फैट्स को डाइजेस्ट हम करते हैं. पैंक्रियास से पैंक्रियाटिक जूस निकलता है, वो जूस से कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, प्रोटीन्स, फैट्स हम जो खाते हैं वो डाइजेस्ट होता है. नेक्स्ट, endocrine glands, they secrete certain hormones and those hormones are insulin and glucagon. जब आपको पता चलता है कि पैंक्रियास किसी को डायबिटीज है और वो इंसुलिन ले रहा है, तो ये जो इंसुलिन हार्मोन निकलने वाला था एंडोक्राइन ग्लैंड से वो फंक्शन नहीं हो रहा है, तो एंड हेंस दे आर टेकिंग इंसुलिन फ्रॉम एन एक्सटर्नल सोर्स. Coming to liver, largest gland in the body, weighing between 1 and 2.3 kg. It is situated in the upper part of the abdominal cavity. It is to the right or left? Type. Nobody is going to answer.
Right.
Right, right.
Right.
Oh, right. Functions of liver. Yeah, Sahisha, thank you for following advice. Functions of liver: carbohydrate metabolism, fat, protein, breakdown of erythrocytes, and defense against microbes. Erythrocytes are RBCs, red blood cells. Okay. Detoxification. See, very important function of liver is detoxification. आप जो भी लेते हो उसका purification जो है वो liver में होता है. And hence people who drink alcohol tend to suffer or tend to affect the liver, because जो alcohol हम पीते हैं उसका detoxification हो रहा है liver में. It is one of the best detoxifying organ in the body, liver. Intoxication of hormones. आप ये याद रखिए, detoxification of drug and noxious substances like alcohol, production of heat, secretion of bile. हम ये कहते हैं ना स्टोरेज, ग्लाइकोजन. मान लो हमारे बॉडी के अंदर ग्लूकोज ज्यादा है, तो ग्लूकोज इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू ग्लाइकोजन. ग्लाइकोजन में कन्वर्ट करके कहाँ स्टोर हो रहा है? लिवर में स्टोर हो रहा है. ठीक है. ग्लूकोज को हमें शरीर के अंदर रखना है, तो इट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू ग्लाइकोजन एंड दिस ग्लाइकोजन इज स्टोर्ड इन द लिवर. ओके. सबको पता है टाइप्स ऑफ विटामिन.
Yes, ma'am.
Which are the types of vitamins?
Vitamin C, A, B12.
Okay.
Vitamin K.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vitamin E.
Okay.
Vitamin D.
Okay.
B12.
Fine. I'll tell you. Okay, there are two types of vitamins. Give me a minute. I'll get back. Give me a minute. Okay, so there are two types of vitamins, fat soluble and water soluble. So fat soluble vitamins, they are there in vitamins A, D, they are A, D, E, K. इनका storage liver में हो रहा है. Next, iron, copper and water soluble vitamins like vitamin B12. ठीक है. So major thing, glucose, important function of liver. Glucose is converted into glycogen. Glycogen हम liver में store करते हैं. Fat soluble vitamins like A, D, E, K. इनका storage भी liver में होता है. Next, certain essential nutrients like iron and copper. इनका storage भी liver में होता है. Next, water soluble vitamins like vitamin B12. किसी ने कहा अभी vitamin B12. इनका storage liver में होता है. Just read this slide and I want you to remember the storage function of liver. हम जो खाना खाते हैं वो ग्लूकोज रहता है. That glucose is converted into glycogen and it is stored in the liver. There are two types of vitamins, fat soluble and water soluble. Fat soluble vitamins are stored in the liver and essential nutrients या micronutrients like iron and copper are also stored in the liver. Somebody wants to unmute and tell, or somebody wants to message, can do that. Shall I go to the next slide?
Two types of vitamins,
Yes.
fat soluble,
Mm,
water soluble. Are
very good.
A, D, E, K, and nutrients like
Micronutrients.
iron, like iron and copper.
Very good, very good.
And
Anybody wants to continue?
what is
Water soluble vitamin
water soluble
B12. Good.
vitamin B12.
Good. Anybody else wants to say?
Yes, ma'am. Glycogen
Mm,
and fat soluble vitamins like A, D, and K. Water soluble like vitamins B12, iron, and copper.
okay. Anybody else? Okay, we'll be skipping this slide. Next, moving on to gallbladder. So gallbladder is one structure which stores the bile. Okay. See, आप इसको देखो तो it looks like the pear fruit. Pear fruit के जैसे दिखता है, तो it's a pear shaped organ. Okay, तो ये liver के पास रहता है, liver के पास रहता है, underneath the liver रहता है. इसका main function है storage of bile. Bile को store करता है. ठीक है. Reservoir of bile. Bile का storage place है. Concentration of the bile up to 10 to 15 fold by absorption of water through the walls of the GB. Release of stored bile. तो one thing it stores. जब वो स्टोर करता है, वो क्या करता है, उसका जो वाटर कंटेंट है उसको पूरा निकाल देता है. निकालने के बाद वो वैसे स्टोर करता है. जब टाइम नीडेड है, जब हमें बाइल चाहिए, तब बाइल को रिलीज करता है गॉल ब्लैडर. ठीक है. Okay, these are some enzymes. You can just go through this. Okay, key takeaways from the session are parts of the GI tract and their function. So again, coming to this part, I want all of you to write parts of the GI tract. Fatak. So once you write the parts of GI tract, we will wind off the session. कोई अनम्यूट करके बोलना चाहता है तो बोल सकते हैं.
Only GI tract, ma'am, या whole system?
GI tract along with accessory glands.
Okay. In GI tract, small intestine? नहीं, actually stomach.
को कहीं पे भेज दिया?
नहीं, stomach. First stomach, then small intestine, then large. उसके अंदर क्या भी बोलना है?
बोल, आप अगर बोले तो अच्छा है.
मैं नहीं, एक बार मैं बोल चुकी हूँ, वापिस से मैं बोल देती हूँ.
Okay, fine then.
हाँ.
That's okay then. अगर आपने बोला है तो ठीक है, we'll wind off. Next,
okay.
we'll give opportunity to someone. Yeah, Saisha message, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. Okay. Somebody wants to elaborate large intestine? See, I told you, just a minute. I told you, gastrointestinal is starting from the stomach till the anus. But many times we call the whole digestive system as gastrointestinal. ठीक है?
Okay.
पूरा digestive system को हम GI बुलाते हैं. GI is gastrointestinal tract. So the takeaway there is gastrointestinal means the whole digestive system. ठीक है? क्या कोई बोल रहा था कुछ?
Part of large intestine, no? You ask.
Part of.
I can also tell.
Ascending column, transversa, and descending colon,
Hmm.
and
One more
sigmoid,
colon.
sigmoid colon,
Yeah, very
and,
good.
And rectum,
Hmm. Anus.
cecum, yeah, anus.
Anus. You have to start with cecum. Before
Okay.
ascending colon, it is
Cecum
the
and
cecum.
yeah.
Good. Somebody else?
First is cecum.
Yeah, good. First is cecum.
Second, ascending colon, transverse
Hmm.
colon, and then descending colon, sigmoid, and then
Yes.
comes the rectum and anus.
Very good. Very good. So anybody still wants to give a try?
Yes, ma'am. Cecum, ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum, and the anal canal. Thank you.
Okay, rectum and anal canal. Okay, good. So now, as you know the parts, that's very good. Now we'll go to the functions. So what is the function of stomach? See, stomach क्या करता है? It stores food for certain duration. After certain duration, it is pushed to the duodenum or the lower GI. So lower GI हो सकता है small intestine हो या large intestine. From small intestine, it moves to the large intestine. Small intestine is the place where it is churned, and then there is space or the room for absorption. Okay, वहां पे major nutrients absorb होता है. Next, large intestine में क्या होता है? Water is absorbed. Certain minerals are absorbed in large intestine. Okay, and then it is pushed to the, part of large intestine is the anus. It is pushed to the anus. Through the anus, it is left out, or it is removed out from the body. Okay, next moving on to accessory glands. हमने पहले पढ़ा था liver. One thing about liver is the largest gland, largest organ. It is located to the right side of the body, and liver also places or also has some space for the gallbladder. ठीक है? Liver is the organ which stores glucose in the form of glycogen. It also stores vitamins A, D, E, K, and stores vitamin B12. Okay?
Yes.
And next, coming to pancreas. Pancreas, where all the cells are functional. There are few exocrine functions and few
And endocrine.
endocrine functions. Very good. Yeah, so endocrine functions like insulin and glucagon. Insulin always strikes your head towards diabetes mellitus. And coming to exocrine, the pancreatic juice helps in digestion of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Coming to gallbladder, gallbladder is one pear-shaped structure which stores the bile which is formed, and it releases the bile when needed, and it concentrates the bile and stores. When needed, the bile is released. Okay.
Yes.
And then we have studied about three glands, parotid, submandibular, and maxillary glands. Okay, so this whole thing together is the gastrointestinal tract, or the whole digestive system. Any questions in this? No? Okay, shall we wind up the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
It was quite
Sir, shall we
interesting.
log off?
Very
Okay,
interesting.
thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.